Thinking about getting your very first credit card? Well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise and show you exactly how to pick a card that actually builds your credit and earns you rewards without you making any of those classic beginner mistakes. Let's dive in. You've seen this promise everywhere, right? And hey, it's totally true. You can do this. But let's be honest, the credit world can feel like a total maze when you're just starting out, and not all cards are created equal, especially for beginners. When you're staring at hundreds of different options, it's so easy to feel completely stuck. And listen, picking the wrong card isn't just a small oops. It can mean getting hit with surprise fees, trying to figure out confusing rules, and paying interest that feels like a heavy weight on your shoulders, slowing you down before you even get a chance to get started. So let's kick things off with why this first choice is just so incredibly important. We're not just talking about getting a little piece of plastic in your wallet. We're talking about laying the foundation for your entire financial future. Let me show you how quickly a small decision can snowball. Imagine you buy a new laptop for, say, $1,100 with your first card. If it's a bad card and you only make those minimum payments, you could easily end up paying over $700 in interest alone. That's like paying for half your laptop twice. Insane, right? And here's the engine running behind all of this: your credit score. This little number influences everything, from getting a car loan to someday buying a house. And just look at this. It's mostly about two really simple things. A whopping 35% is your payment history, and another 30% is how much you owe. That's nearly 2/3 of your entire score, right there. Your first card is basically the training ground for those two huge pieces. Okay, so the good news is you can narrow down your options almost instantly. The real key is to figure out the right type of card for your specific situation. All right, let's make this super simple. For beginners, you're really just looking at one of these three paths. Are you a student? Boom, there are cards made just for you. A little worried about getting approved? A secured card is a safe, super smart place to start. And if you're not a student but you have some income, well then a starter unsecured card is what you're aiming for. Once you know which path you're on, your options become so much clearer. All right, now for the main event. We have sifted through the entire market to bring you our top 5 beginner credit cards for 2026. Let's get into the specifics of each one. First up is our pick for the best all-around beginner card for anyone who's not a student: the Chase Freedom Rise. This thing was built from the ground up for people who are brand new to credit. So here's the deal. It's got no annual fee and a really straightforward 1.5% cashback on everything. Simple, right? But here's the real game changer: the upgrade path. After about a year of on-time payments, Chase can move you up to one of their more premium cards without you even having to apply again. It's literally designed to grow with you. Okay, now for all you students out there. If you're organized and you really want to maximize what you can earn, this next card is a fantastic choice. This card has a really cool perk: 5% back on categories that change every few months, like gas stations or grocery stores. But the absolute standout feature is the cashback match. After your first year, Discover will literally double every single dollar of cashback you've earned. That 5% you earned on Amazon, it just became 10%. It's an absolutely incredible first-year bonus. Okay, but what if you need the high approval odds that come with a secured card, but you really don't want to miss out on earning rewards? Well, Capital One has the perfect solution for that. With the Quicksilver Secured, you put down a refundable deposit, but in exchange, you get a really powerful reward: unlimited 1.5% cashback on everything, just like a regular rewards card. This is a huge deal, you know? It lets you build your credit without having to sacrifice the chance to earn back on your spending. On the flip side, what if rewards just aren't your priority right now? Let's talk about a card for someone with one single goal: get approved and build a rock-solid payment history. If that's you, this card right here is your no-frills, get-it-done workhorse. So the Capital One Platinum Secured has 0 rewards. And you know what? That's actually by design. It completely removes the temptation to overspend. Instead, it focuses on what matters most for a beginner: reporting your on-time payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Plus, they might even consider you for a credit line increase in as little as 6 months. All right, our final card is perfect for beginners who want a really clear and a really fast path from a secured card to a regular unsecured one. What makes this card so popular is that it has a clear finish line. After just 7 months of good habits, Discover starts automatically reviewing your account every month to see if you can graduate to an unsecured card and get that deposit back. It's literally designed to be a temporary stepping stone. Okay, you've got your card picked out. Now for what is honestly the most important part. See, getting approved is just step one. How you actually use it this first year is what's going to set the tone for your entire financial future. So here's your playbook. All right, first, let's talk about what not to do. I want you to memorize these pitfalls. The single biggest myth in all of finance might be that you need to carry a balance to build credit. Let me be clear, that is 100% false. Paying interest does not help your score. And on the flip side, missing even a single payment can tank your new score fast. Instead, just do this. Put a small, regular purchase on the card. Think your Netflix subscription or your weekly coffee. Then pay the balance off in full every single month. Set up autopay for at least the minimum payment, just as a safety net, and then just glance at your account once a week. That's it. That is the entire secret to building great credit. It's that simple. So after all of this, what are we really trying to achieve with this first credit card? What's the ultimate purpose here? And this really says it all, doesn't it? The goal isn't just to get approved for a card. It's about building a foundation of smart, simple habits that create positive financial momentum. Picking the right card and using it wisely doesn't just build your credit score, it builds the confidence and the skills that are going to benefit you for decades to come.